1, 2, and we're live. Good morning, everybody. This is Ramon Ray. Thanks for joining me on Facebook. Thanks for joining me on LinkedIn. Thanks for joining me on YouTube. Thanks for joining me on Twitter. I hope you are having a beautiful day. If you're watching me live, today is November the 16th, Thursday. Glad you're here. If you're watching it on demand, you are still going to learn. Stay right here. Don't go far. You may want to scroll forward here. There we got 10 cool things to help you live your life and start your business. With that, let's get the show on the road. We got about a minute of bumper music. The other shows do that. I figured, so why not I? Or it's about a minute or 30 seconds. I always forget, but good to be here today. The Cheesecake Boutique is here today, and I got your DM. Thanks so much. But hey, with that, let's begin to start the show right now. On Twitter as well. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is the Zone of Genius show, or I should probably start calling it the Rundown with Ramon. I'm having a blessed, fantastic day. Hope you are well. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. Families coming over, get ready for Christmas. Already got some things planned for that, and I hope you are doing some plans too. And don't forget those who are needy, those who don't have all the things. And maybe you're listening to the sound of my voice and you don't have the things you want or need. Reach out, get help, speak up, talk to somebody in your church, talk to somebody in your neighborhood, talk to the civil government authorities who often have programs for us. I've been on welfare. I've gotten WIC checks, right? They give it to moms who have kids. I've been there before at an early stage in my life, starting my new family. So I know what it's like to have a bit of need, not been starving, like some of you may have had, never been abused. Some of you may have had, but I know what it's like not to have everything you want, you know? And I don't have that today. But let's move on with the Zone of Genius show. My name is Ramon Ray. Got some cool things to share with you. Do remember and join me at the Zone of Genius show. Entrepreneurs Conference and Awards coming up in April 18th and 19th, or April 18th, rather. Hope you join me there. zoneofgenius.com/awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. I hope you join me there. Ding, 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 ding. Here we go. Starting our first aspect of our show, as we begin to pop up some slides. If you wanted to see what I'm showing here and you want to join me in that, definitely you can. So let's start off. Interesting that I always like to start with this to encourage you in your day. 1, be clear on what you really, really want. Be clear on what you want. This is important. Most of us are not clear. Not most. Some of us are not clear what we want. If we're not clear what we want, how can others be clear to know what to give us, what our ask is? Number 2, always ask yourself, do you really want to be in business? Do you want to be in business? Everybody does not have to be in business. Some of you may want to work for a company. That is honorable and that is great. Do what you love that somebody can pay you for. This is important. Understand, as you know, there's no music, there's no soundtrack, there's no commercial break like there is on Shark Tank. It's just not there. This is real life. So sometimes you have to get up and motivate yourself. It may be hard sometimes to motivate yourself, to get up and pull yourself up, but you have to. Some of you may be around people day in and day out who push you down, who keep you down, who don't want to see you succeed. But you still have to thrive and move forward. Are you hungry enough? Ask yourself this. Am I hungry enough for what I want? Am I hungry enough? Or am I too satisfied? As I always say, the fundamentals of business never change. The fundamentals are here, people. You have to have the right mindset to be in business. Ask yourself, who are you serving and what problem are you solving? fundamentals of business, marketing, and sales, they don't change. You still have to market. You have to make sales. You still have to get people convinced that you are the solution for them. They have to build trust with you, and you have to get attention. We talk about this in the Celebrity CEO Framework. If you have not bought yet, by the way, Celebrity CEO, my book, you should get it. Celebrity CEO. Go on Amazon, type in Celebrity CEO Ramon Ray. Follow up, follow up, follow up. You are not my priority. I am not your priority. Hence, the power of follow-up is so important. So important. Do you have the systems and processes in your business to carry it forward? And last but not least, we begin to start the Rundown with Ramon Zone of Genius show. People and team. Do you have the right people and team in your business to help propel you forward? And again, prices. This gets people stuck quite a bit. What is your pricing like? Are you trying to be the cheapest dog on the market? Are you too cheap? Are you not getting enough profit in your business? Or are you going to sell premium and be able to serve the people you want to serve the way you can serve, be able to provide a good living and life for your family and yourself? Ask yourself, what do you do best? Hearing the sound of my voice, live or on demand, type in the chat right now. What do you do best? What do you do that you know you do better than anybody else? What do you do best? Dan, Natalie Gregg is here. Good to have you, Natalie. Thanks for being here. What do you do best? I want to see that in the chat. What do you do best? What do you do better than anybody else? And this you should begin to hone in on. This doesn't mean you shouldn't learn new skills. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do other things. But you want to find out, what do you do best? What do you do best? And hone in on that. Stop thinking about what you don't do well, but think about what you do best. Thank you, Natalie. I'm trying to be on fire for sure. I appreciate you. Thank you for those kind words. Because if you do what you do best, if you thrive in what you do best, you'll enjoy it more. You'll like it more. It won't be such a struggle. This is why people ask me, Ramon, you don't get tired of entrepreneurship? You don't get tired of starting businesses? You don't get tired of failing? You don't get tired of experimenting? No, I love it. This is what I'm built for all day long, baby. Bring it. Yes, 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 yes. So ask yourself this. What do you do best? Once you know what you do best, what you thrive in, the world's a better place. What do you do best? Moving forward, don't forget to join me in New York City live for the Zone of Genius Awards, Zone of Genius Conference and Awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. Join me live in New York City. All right, all right, all right. Ding, 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 ding. Our number one, too much hardcore work culture. Interesting thought here. Snap co-founder and CEO Evan Spiegel had come into the office recently and was commenting and seeing how some people were staying late in the office. And he was commenting that he wished he could see, I think that was the word, something like this, more people working longer or harder. And I get it, especially if you're a startup, you're in the throes of growing. But I wonder, what life do you want to live? Seth Godin talks about this all the time. This is the choice we get to make. Do we want to slog and work harder and harder and harder and build $1 billion company? Maybe that is for you. But is it okay to generate $800,000 in gross revenue and pay yourself $300,000, very profitable? Is it okay to build a $3 million small company with a team you love, a team you want, highly profitable? So decide what type of work you want. Both the work, but how you do it and the deciding you want can make a big difference in how it is. So too much hardcore work culture. Interesting article, interesting thoughts by, again, the founder, I believe it is co-founder of Snap. Ding, 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 ding. Next tip here, how to fail and feel good about it. My buddy, Jason Pfeiffer, has an interesting article out, how to fail and feel good about it. You can see him at Jason Pfeiffer, FEI, jasonpfeiffer.beehive, I, no E. And he's talking about how to fail and feel good about it. He launched something recently. People didn't buy in as much as he thought. But he encourages us all. The launch is not easy. The launch is the harder work. The launch is the hidden work. The launch is where people don't see you planting seeds. People don't see the grind. People don't see what you're putting into it. People don't see that work before it launches. And even when it launches, when it ships, it's not easy. Hey, Deanna, glad to have you here. It's not easy. Even when it ships, it's not easy. It's the hard work. So Jason Pfeiffer talks about how to fail and feel good about it. Failure's okay. I embrace it all day long as I'm in a season of launching new things, launching this, launching that, seeing what works. 2023 has been a different year for me, but I am so excited and happy. So you want to check out Jason Pfeiffer's article there, How to Fail and Feel Good About It. Get ready for disruption. This was interesting, and I emailed Seth Godin about this. An interesting article came up that I saw here, I think it was in the New York Times, Generational Disruption. The article talks about the power of streaming services and how the old guard streaming services or cable services were not really sure what business we're in. Let me see if I can bring this article up and read this. Streaming technologies allowed people to spend much more time watching entertainment than they did in the past. They can binge shows if they enjoy the first episode. They can watch almost any movie on an airplane flight or a subway. So the point being is that Seth Godin wisely said this to me yesterday. Scarcity creates value for creators and those with status. But Seth Godin says ubiquity serves more people but makes less money. Dear people, you got to decide what game you're playing. What game are you playing? Are you playing a game of scarcity, which is a curated experience, which will possibly make you more money, right? More value for us? Or are you making it ubiquitous for everything, for more people, making it broad? But understand, there's less profit in that. Take your pick. There's no right answer. All depends on what you want to build. The strategy lady says, I work with female CEOs to go from overwhelm. Absolutely. So you definitely want to check out the strategy lady for sure. All right, ding, 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 getting ready for disruption. Small biz lady Melinda Emerson, my friend here, talked about avoiding burnout. I thought this was an interesting article. Burnout's a real thing. In the article, she talks about a few things you can do to avoid burnout. Setting clear boundaries, delegate responsibilities, prioritize self-care, plan and organize. Burnout is a real thing, people. Some days I just sit back in my chair as I look with jealousy at my wife's baller gaming chair that she has, and I got a busted rickety chair with no arms, the cotton pulling out of it, the fabric. Let me not even tell you what I got in my office. You're going to feel sorry for me. I see your smile, Deanna. That's just the truth. But burnout's a real thing. And it's okay to pause and take our time. My friend Melinda Emerson talks about that. So give her props, Melinda Emerson. Ding, 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 ding. Point number 4. We got 6 more to go. TikTok, Snapchat. I just thought that was interesting. If you're not aware of it, there are multiple ways to make money. Multiple ways to make money, and there's no right answer. But I thought this was interesting, seeing how Snapchat and TikTok both are getting more into e-commerce, not just short-form video. This article came out with the help of several viral TikTok moments. Productivity app Notion has come to accumulate more than 20 million users. Now it's launched a new AI feature. Then I read here, a deal announced Tuesday will allow Snapchat users to purchase Amazon products on the app. My point being, people, you cannot grow your business sticking your head in the sand. Are you able to pin that article on burnout? Yes, Cookie Girl, love it. If you look up Melinda Emerson, I will send you that article yourself. And guess what? Hopefully tomorrow we're going to start having things like QR codes. But that's going to be interesting because that means you'll have to have a phone. And if you're watching on a phone, you have to close your phone. You won't see me if you try to use the QR code. So how are you going to use the QR code on your phone if your phone is being used to watch me? Because if you don't watch me, then you won't see what you're trying to watch and do the QR code. Oh, it's a complicated experience. I don't know if QR codes will work, but we're going to figure it out. But yes, that was Small Biz Lady Burnout. Thank you for asking the article. We got more people joining here on IG. Cookie Girl, thanks for asking. Gentle Marie is here, I believe that the name says. So Snapchat, exploring ways to grow our businesses. Number 6, ding, 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 ding. What makes successful people? This article in Inc. magazine I thought was very interesting. What separates successful people from everyone else boils down to one gritty word. And that word is perseverance. If you haven't read the book by Angela Duckworth called Grit, it's a good book to read. Yes, some people, the word hustle is a dirty word sometimes, but part of that hustle you need. Sometimes it's just putting your head down and keep going. I never will forget the story of Tyler Perry, the multi-billionaire we all see today. But how many times did a dude sleep in his car? How many times was he rejected? How many times did he was told no? How many times did he not have food to eat? Because he kept going with the conviction of what he knew was right. What he knew he could serve the world, and he's here today. Ding, 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 ding. Don't forget to join me live in New York City for the Zone of Genius Conference and Awards. Hey, what's up, gentleman Jack? Live in New York City, Zone of Genius Conference and Awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. Join me live in New York City. Number 7, 3 more to go. My boy Jason Duncan had an interesting article here. Give him props for that, where he talks about unlocking Q4, Q4 like quarter 4 success, actionable steps, and the power of gratitude. Jason Duncan talks about this. I thought it was interesting. He says, identify your high value activities. I know that's turning Deanna on. That's her language. Identify your high value activities. Streamline your communication. Customer retention strategies. Yo, people, you can get the customer, but can you keep them? I married my wife on day 1. I got to keep the girl. We're going on 30 years now. So you can get a customer once, but do they come back? And as I shared on Facebook once, it's not personal. They didn't buy from me. They don't like me. Most of the time, it's not personal. It's up to us to get people to buy from us. I say this about myself, my event, things I'm doing, people being here. You all have a choice, and I'm grateful. So Jason Duncan, unlocking Q4 success, being thankful for your business. And he goes on here, action steps for you. Use a time tracking tool to identify high value activities. Implement a unified communication platform. Develop a customer loyalty program using financial software. There's a number of things we can do, but the key is it's already November. The year's almost over. Can you turn around your year? Possibly. Or as even as I'm doing. No problem. I'm looking forward to 2024. All right. Ding, 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 ding. 2 more things to go. Mint. God, Lord Almighty, what we gonna do? Mint is shutting down. QuickBooks says, well, we bought Mint. We're shutting it down. We're going to shove it into Karma, the free credit card app. Dave Ramsey came out. Now, listen, people, calm down. Sit down. Sit down, people. Half y'all standing up because you don't like Dave Ramsey. Half y'all standing up because you love Dave Ramsey. Calm down, people. But here's what Dave Ramsey team talked about. Mint is closing, what happened, and how to find a new budgeting app. Bottom line is Dave Ramsey saying, listen, there's still options to have if you want help with budgeting. Budgeting's a real thing. So here's what Dave Ramsey's team says. I'll say it in his Southern Nashville drawl. At this time, Mint is encouraging all their budgeters to move their accounts over to Credit Karma. One of those companies, blah, blah, blah. He goes on to the point being, listen, as we lay to rest, let's have a solemn moment of silence as Mint closes down. And we lay it to rest. Well, I still want you to budget, people. Still budget. And budget made me, listen, budget's a whole nother, I'm not a financial expert, but some of y'all get triggered. Some of you about money. You grew up in poverty. You grew up this way, that way. Some of you spend too much like I do. So my point is, though, Mint shutting down, it's a moment. Millions of people used it. And so we can do that. That's right. No problem, Cookie Girl. No problem. Next point. Ding, 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 ding. Look at this. Huh? Somebody, and I didn't know you were coming on today, Deanna. The hidden dangers of free Deanna Cotton. I'm going to let her unpack that for y'all, so I'm not going to steal her thunder, but we talked about this a day or two ago as well. And free, it can work, but for most of you, for most small businesses, I'm just going to let her unpack that. The hidden dangers of free Deanna Cotton, who's coming up in about 5 minutes, give or take, as we go through the Zone of Genius show of the Rundown with Ramon, show with Ramon Ray. Thanks for you joining us on IG. Thanks for joining us across the platforms. The Hidden Dangers of Free by Deanna Cotton. And we're going to talk about that in the next few minutes. All right. AI and Zoom. I just wanted to call it out and shout it out. I am impressed. Some people are running from AI. I get it. But I'm embracing it. Me and my wife have fights on it. She's like, Ramon, don't let AI take us over. And then sometimes I'll mess with her and go, huh? And she'll be like, stop it. But listen, AI is being infused into many of our applications. Every time I look at the Zoom menu, the menu changes with AI helpful tools. And I think you should investigate these in your business. How can it help you scale, do more, be smarter in your business? Your competition is using it. You might as well. Ding, 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 ding. Last point. I thought this was interesting. Can't wait to get Deanna Cotton's input on this. Say it ain't so. But this is in England. So my British friends, don't get mad at me, but y'all got issues sometimes. But self-checkout carts or self-checkout stores is like not in good favor anymore. Like there's a British report that says the British are saying, no, we don't like self-checkout because it's not personal. When you come, you can't say hi to the human. That's a terrible accent. That's more like an Iranian married an Australian born in South Africa. Yeah, that's a messed up accent. Anyways, point being here, self-checkout. People are saying it's no good. I happen to like self-checkout. Thanks for being here, Cheesecake. Glad you're here. Got a bake. I love you here. I happen to like self-checkout. I think it's great. I'll do self-checkout for 1,000 groceries, but we'll see what other people say. Again, everybody, this is the Rundown with Ramon. Deanna Cotton's coming up in about 2 seconds. Deanna, get ready to go. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon Zone of Genius show. We bring you information to help you live your best life or grow your business. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We're going to talk to a special guest, Deanna Cotton, who's going to come live right now in 5, 4. The reason I do a countdown, Deanna could not be there. She could have had to use the bathroom. She could be fixing up her hair. She could be talking to her dog. You don't know. So I can see her like in the screen, but I just like people to know, me, so I give them a little warning there. Deanna Cotton, how you doing? What's up, Rockstar?
Good morning. I did need to get my coffee. I did need to run to the bathroom, but I would have gave you a comment if I was going to be doing all those things.
I know you would have.
Before coming on.
Yes. And of course, you knew that I knew what I'm doing. So you can see the person back there if they're moving. You get a sense of, when they're like this, okay, game time, but if they're kind of like this, we want to do. Deanna Cotton, glad you're here today. Tell us who you are, what you do, why you're so amazing. Let's jump in to see what you want to talk about. Definitely, the hidden dangers are free. If you were taking a little bit of notes, I'm sure you heard some of the comments I made. I'd love to hear what you think about self-checkout shopping. Does the Deanna household do that? Or she's like, no. But Deanna, first, tell us who you are, what you do, who you serve. Talk to us.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Deanna. I'm with Jumpstart Business Builders. I'm the head coach, certified business made simple coach over here at Jumpstart Business Builders. We are helping startup and struggling business owners generate their first $100,000 in revenue and dispel the myth that they are 2 to 3 years away from a paycheck, because we believe that you should get paid.
I love that. Deanna, let me ask you a question. Why do you say dispel the myth about 100,000? Why'd you not say we help you build a $10 million business? I think I know that answer already, but I'm curious for you, why'd you choose that number?
Right. We choose that first $100,000 because the first $100,000 for a startup business especially, but some businesses that have been kind of spinning their wheels for that 3 to 5 years and just haven't figured out how to find that first $100,000, right? So the reason we focus on the first $100,000 is because we know that when you hit that first $100,000 in revenue, not only is that going to build your confidence as a business owner, but now you're in a position to invest in better softwares, to start investing in people, to pay yourself a better wage. And until you really get to that point, you're really just going to struggle to be in business. You're going to hate being in business. You're going to resent your business. And that has no economical value for the world at all. So if you hate your business and you don't want to be here, how does that help anybody at all?
Nah, for sure, everybody. Hey, this is Ramon Reagan, the Rundown with Ramon. Next, I'm going to have a little thingamajiggy for Deanna as well. So Deanna, I'm going to have my team do a little thingy for you too. So, all right, Deanna, one more time, give us your website again, Jumpstart BB, I believe, jumpstartbb.com, jumpstartbb.com. Check out Deanna. She has some free downloads, cool downloads that immediately help you. I've signed up, jumpstartbb.com, sign up for. So Deanna, hit us up. Let's touch on first your article, The Hidden Dangers of Free. What was that all about? Why did you talk about it? Talk to me.
How cool was that? Because I just emailed you and said, hey, I can come on this morning. So yeah, that was pretty cool to see that, right? I'm truly passionate about it, actually. And I've oftentimes said, Ramon, how I must be like in your marketing plan or in your head or something. So we talked about this a little bit last week, and it was actually on our agenda for this week's blog post and podcast episode, which is so funny, right? So I'm very, very passionate about the hidden dangers of giving our products and services away for free. And we deal with this a lot with especially startup business owners and struggling business owners alike, because they believe that if they give this product or service away for free, that it will bring enough value to it, to those people that took that product or service for free, and that ultimately those people will want to pay for it. And it does not work that way.
But it makes sense, Deanna. The turkeys at ShopRite, my wife is getting a free turkey because she's spending $4 million throughout the year. So doesn't it make sense to some degree, Deanna? I mean, come on, give us a break.
Yeah. If you've spent $4 million with me, then I have some free things for you after you have spent $4 million with me, right? But to give that product or service away for free first, and then hope that you are going to get somebody to pay you in return, is a big no-no. It's a big no-no, but it is so tempting. It's so tempting, but it is a horrible, horrible sustainability plan. It really is.
Yeah. That's powerful. And now you're not talking then about a lead magnet, because Deanna, you have amazing lead magnets that I've downloaded. I'm now in your funnel. I was already in there, but again, my behind the scenes, I subscribe to a bunch of stuff. I'm a curator. That's all. That's my genius. I don't like going deep on stuff. Deanna can do that. She can do whiteboarding, go charts and all this. I just like to entertain, have some fun at the high level. But my point is, where was that, Deanna? Yes. So talk about not different than lead magnet, correct? Versus unpack that a bit.
Huge difference. Okay. Huge difference in a lead magnet, because a lead magnet should have value, should offer value, and should help your potential buyer understand what you sell and how you can help them alike. But that lead magnet provides the what and not the how. So if you give your customer the what, so that they desire to pay you for those services, that what will help them even identify the problem that they're really having, right? But the how is what they need to pay you for. So if you give it all away in that lead magnet, then there's no reason to pay for it. There's no reason to pay for it, right?
Yeah, love it. Powerful, powerful. Again, we're talking to Deanna Cotton, Jumpstart Business, jumpstartbb.com. What's the second B again? What are the two B's for?
Jumpstart Business Builders. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to ask you that only like 10 more years from now, Deanna, but it'll get...
It like feels so simple, but it's so long at the same time.
I love it. Jumpstart Business Builders, Deanna Cotton, jumpstartbb.com, jumpstartbb.com. Definitely check out what she's offering. Deanna, so what'd you think about it? Is the Deanna Cotton household, again, everybody, I don't like to get political. I don't like to do it, but I'm forced to be political right now. Is the Deanna Cotton household going to the self-checkout line, or is it the Deanna people going to bag your own? I know usually I don't touch politics, but today we're going to do it right now. And I got to get some music, Deanna. So hold on one second. We got to get music as you reveal the answer. Where's my music? Okay, here we go. Okay, Deanna, talk to us. Which one is it?
We use self-checkout. We use self-checkout. But we are not so advanced that we're using like Instacart. So we are not ordering our groceries and picking up. I've just seen too many horror stories, but we do use self-checkout. We got to get in and out of there. I don't like somebody else doing it for me.
I love it. So this could be everybody. Again, IG. I'd like to know what you all think. Self-checkout, like do self. If you all like self-checkout where you're listening to this, or if you like to bag your own, do bag. No, that's kind of the same, right? Bag your own self-checkout.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to do both at the self-checkout. Yeah.
Okay. Cashier versus self-checkout. Y'all know what I mean? I'm just curious. But yeah, for me as well, Deanna, I'll take 50 groceries, because now as it's evolved, they take the limits off. Yes. You can bring whatever you want in there, at least to my local grocery store. But I get it. It could be a British thing, maybe. This was a survey in Britain that said it. But, British people sometimes, sorry, my British friends, y'all got issues sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something about just bagging my own groceries and knowing that everything that I purchased is coming home with me. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. But if I don't make it to the store on Friday night because I was too busy, I'm sorry.
I get it. Deanna, anything else that you wanted to indeed touch on that we went across? And I can remind you, go through them unless you have a few in your mind. Let me know. I can run through them with you right now. The few top. Okay, good. Yeah, talk to us. The show is yours. Jump in.
Yeah. I actually made a note of a lot of good things that you mentioned over here. Oh my goodness. What was a good one? You know what? Burnout, because there was a gal on here today that said that she wanted to talk about that, or wanted that article. So excellent topic. Yeah, excellent topic to talk about.
Talk about it.
Year, because we're kind of trying to overcome some of it's been the whole year, and you need to be like, rising up for your Q4 success, right? Getting ready for the next year, and everybody's a little bit tired. The holidays are stirring up, and it's a real thing. Burnout is a very, very real thing, especially with small business owners, because we want to work like 80 to 100 hours a week, right? It's nonstop. As a small business owner, we can work 24/7. We could work 28 hours if we wanted to in the day. Easy. Very, very easy. And this is something that I've had to learn over the years for myself, and just building those boundaries for myself as well, is to purposefully take off at a specific time every day and to take a rest day. So rest day is very, very important for a small business owner. But we also believe so much in taking quarterly rests as well as yearly rests. So
I like that. Yeah, my friend Glenn Lundy, I think you know the name. Yeah, Glenn Lundy. He takes a Sabbath every 7th week. So work 6 weeks. He and his whole team take the 7th week or something like that off. So I think any version can work. I think what we're saying, and knowing a bit of the art, we're just saying rest. But you're right, Deanna.
Yeah. I think you have to find what works for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, correct. You got to find what works for you. The point is to do it. Yeah, the point is to do it. Rest is so key. It's key for everybody, right? Holistically speaking, it's key for everybody. But as a small business owner, you wear so many more hats. And it's not to say that there's a right way or a wrong way to go to work and collect your paycheck. But as a small business owner, you're responsible for all 10 departments and processing and thinking through all of those departments every single day. And you're going to need those periods of rest probably much more than anybody else.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, Deanna, talk about the difference between rest and taking a pause or break. Again, these are minutia, but I
Ooh,
wanted to add that
yeah,
for me, I know there's rest, actually sleeping, taking a nap, getting good rest, which I don't do. So, meaning to clarify, I sleep well, very healthy, but
yeah,
just, going to bed late at night, me and my lady trying to, go to bed together, things like that. She's a
sure.
night owl. So, but my point is also between pausing. Sometimes, Deanna, I find myself, no, let me take a walk. No, let me watch a movie. So it's not quite the sleeping part, but I'm
Yeah.
also adding another dimension. So busy. You've been see, I don't know why I feel like crying now. Interesting. That just came up. But you've been,
Don't do it.
yeah, I really do. You've been,
But it's
in WordPress for hours, can't get something to work. Some little thing that we do as business owners,
right.
even though we say have a team and outsource, but I'm sure, Deanna, I know me, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But then at moments, I'm like, no, Ramon, just go read a book, go get a cup of coffee, just watch a stupid show, something.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Deanna?
Yeah, because when you walk away from that thing that you can't get done and you take some time away, you're going to come back. And not only are you going to be more creative, but you're going to get it done so much faster. It's so worth walking away from. So that is exactly how I feel about taking a rest. A rest means walking away from those work tasks, the things that need your creativity to go stir new creativity, right? This is where you're going to get your new ideas from. When you, like you said, sometimes it's just as simple as going for a walk every day, right? Stepping away from your computer, taking some time away from your desk. Those are the simple things that we can do daily and probably should be doing daily. Have something that we can do to walk away from those projects and tasks just to be able to think a little bit more clearly. But taking those longer periods to, in a sense, think and spur that new creativity, come up with some new ideas and bring those things back to your team so that you can keep growing your business. But taking those days and times away. I love the idea of watching a show or a movie. I actually was not a believer. I didn't even watch TV until like 2 years ago. And if I were being completely honest, I still don't know how to turn on Netflix or anything on our TV. So I have to have my husband do it for me. But I totally got down with Virgin River. I mean, I had so much creativity come out of that. Shut up. Like, I'm a Virgin River nerd. So that's a real thing. Like, yes, I'm waiting for the end of the month because that is coming.
Yes.
And season 5's last 2 episodes is coming
Do you
up.
want to give your affiliate link too, Deanna? I mean, do you want to go all in? Do you want to give the affiliate link and all? No.
I should email them and ask about, there's got to be a way to white label this.
Come on. Deanna's like, you got to watch this. Like, when you can tell when somebody's
Seriously.
all in, like, no, I love it,
Yeah.
Deanna. And by the way, everybody, I'm going to give you a few more minutes. We're getting ready to close down the Zone of Genius show rundown with Ramon with Deanna Cotton. Find out all about her at jumpstartbb.com, jumpstartbb.com. Download. She has a few guides in there, at least one in there. It could be a few in there. Download that. We're with Deanna Cotton on IG. If you wanted to ask Deanna or myself a question, I'll give you a few seconds. You can hit the little icon. Please don't be a spammer. Please. I mean, I love everybody in the world, but I'm just going to like invite you. But please hit the little join Ramon live on IG. If you want to come up, we'll give you another 20 seconds. I know there's a slight delay, but again, my name is Ramon Ray with Zone of Genius Show. Check out zoneofgenius.com and more things we're building, some things Deanna knows as I experiment with a few things. And again, this is my friend Deanna Cotton who helps you build your business at jumpstartbb.com. Anybody want to join? But in the meantime, Deanna, what's the rest of your week look like? Again, those watching this on demand, you can still find details, but we are a live show. So we have Thanksgiving coming up. We have Christmas coming up. What's it look like with what you have planned? Remember, IG, if you want to come up, give it a few more minutes, hit the join Ramon live on stage. Deanna, talk to me.
I love it. So speaking of Q4 success, that is what the rest of our week looks like right now as we are wrapping up Q4. And part of wrapping up Q3 and Q4 is our strategic planning. So we are actually working this week on getting everything from our strategic plan onto next year's calendar. What do those dates and times and, when does everything need to be completed and done, as well as what needs to change? Isn't that key? So yeah. What kinds of new systems and processes need to be put in place as we grow? What tasks, we need to kind of change our one-on-one clients. So we need to make sure those are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Why? Because I need Mondays and Fridays for thinking. So guys, we need to kind of just readjust the schedule. So that's what we're working on this week. So we pretty much wrapped up strategic planning last week. We've got one more section to finish up this Friday, and we will have our good, solid strategic plan in place, ready to go.
I love that. And that simple thing, again, this was Deanna Cotton talking here. Jumpstart BB, jumpstartbb.com. Check out Deanna Cotton, if you're especially those on IG, hearing her lovely voice. But I like what you said as we get ready to close down the show, Deanna, is that even scheduling time, I have it with my team. I have it on Wednesdays. It's in there, listed in there. You can look at my calendar, something, free time with Ramon. So my team knows and myself, especially the last few months, I've disciplined it Wednesday. I try, except for this show or some other things, but I keep that full day free. And it's a breath of fresh air. I mean, it helps. I have Wednesday night Bible study on Wednesdays and all that. So it's a little different day, but that day I try to keep it free from, if there's money on the line, Ramon will take a call maybe on a Wednesday, but beyond that, Ramon's not. Deanna, leave us with a word of advice, a tip, a thought. One more time, tell us who you are as we get ready to shut down the rundown with Ramon.
Oh, well, first of all, can I just throw this out there? Your wife is the real MVP. Those juices are bomb. Do you know what those cost at the health food store? I'm so glad she's making you drink those. And I'm so glad she's making them for you. They're like $6 a piece. Wow. But they are so worth it.
I'm going to send her this link. Thank you.
Build up your immune system. Yeah, send this to her. She is gold. She's pure gold. She is a keeper. I said that right away. I was like, yes, that's like home fresh, right? Home fresh are like $6 at the health food store. So she is not only saving you money, but she's building up your immune system. So speaking
Ronnie, did you hear that? I talk about you, sweetheart. I want you to know Deanna said you're the bomb. Ronnie, you hear that? Go ahead, Deanna.
You are. I'm going to meet her, hug her one day, and we're going to exchange juice recipes. So I got a good immunity juice recipe too that I bet she'll love it. So you know what? Yeah. Stay strong. That's the advice for this week. Stay strong and persevere. I think that came up in one of the topics this week. It's hard. We're in an economic downturn, or what most small business owners are seeing right now. Sales are declining for so many of you right now. But right now is actually the time to push forward, because you will come out winning so freaking hard in the end of all of this. Because remember, your competitors are shutting down right now. Your competitors are pulling back. Push freaking forward as hard and fast as you can. There's not a better time to persevere.
I love that. Deanna, do you have 5 more minutes, Deanna?
I do. Yeah.
A question just came in. I always ask that too. Again, I'm sharing with people. Two people often ask Ramon, how do you do what I do? So I like to share I love showmanship and all that. So the reason I asked you, Deanna, that this is not scripted. So in case she may have a hard stop. So I'm just, when you do things like this, people, it's a live show. We're easy, but she may say, Ramon, I got to go in 2 minutes. Great. We shut it down. So that's why I ask those questions on a live show. So thank you for asking it. Always moving up. Ask this question. I'll ask the question. I'll get some thoughts, Deanna. Then I invite you to join on in and let's see if we can help. Always moving up on Instagram and others who are listening. The question, Deanna, is about innovation. Ooh. What is the value of innovation? And when is the point when you should invest of any in innovation consultancy? Let me answer the question as best as I can understand it. And thank you for asking that question, always moving up. How I'm taking this question is about innovation. When should you invest in somebody, maybe if you're a very smaller business, whether it's innovation, growing, thinking, broadly the word. So here's my thought. I think that there's a number of ways, especially for smaller businesses on a budget. Marie Forleo's book, Everything is Figure Outable, The School of YouTube, so Chat GPT. There are so many free ways. And I know I'm not taking money from Deanna or myself, because I'm going to get to something in a minute. So many free ways you should grow and do what you can yourself. Build your own website as an example. However, as I grow and as I get a bit more money in, or as my vision gets more clear, my mission gets clear, I got, I'm off the training wheels. I'm going to invest in a developer to help me. I've hired coaches like Deanna and others who've helped me. I've said, listen, here's some money. Work with me on this. So if that's helpful, I'll see what Deanna says about it. My point is, start to innovate for free. No investment, meaning except your time. Learn, read books. Jim Collins' mimeograph, The Flywheel. I'm sure Deanna can teach these concepts, but it's right here, $9. Read it yourself. But then as you grow, a coach can help discipline you, give you ideas, move you forward. So let me know if that makes sense to you all. I see the hearts coming up on Instagram. Deanna, take it away. Where do you say about innovation or investing? However you want to answer it. Take it away.
Yeah, you answered that so incredibly well. You start innovating now, and really being forward thinking as you are ready to innovate too, because the trends are always changing. And so you really need to be forward thinking and saying, where are things headed? And you need to be learning, in advancement mode. But yeah, absolutely. Investing in innovation right now can be absolutely free. And to be really honest, there is nothing that Ramon and I can't teach you. that you can't find for free, right? And it's, we just have spent the last 15 years learning really, really hard lessons, or me personally, 15 years learning these really hard lessons that I can actually probably save you tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, that you don't have to make the similar mistakes. So that's the investment that you can begin to make as some money begins coming into your business. You can take a little bit of that and begin investing in services, softwares, products, people, coaches, whatever that looks like as you begin to develop some cash. But don't be afraid to dive all in and look for those free resources. And here at Jumpstart Business Builders, we recognize, because we've been there, right? I started a business in 2008 and had no freaking money. So I literally created a course that had everything in it that I wish I would have had in 2008 that would have got me to my first $100,000 so much faster, right? So yeah, you start investing and innovating right now with your time, because you either have the time or you have the money. Use what you have right now to invest. And if you have the time right now, get on it. Use all the free resources you can. And again, we provide our blog and our podcast with amazing free valuable resources just on our blog and our podcast to help you grow your business. So
I love that. And Deanna, stay with me for another minute here. And again, thank you for the question. I think it prompted me. The thing is that to ask, pardon me, and I'll dive in on this as well. When should you invest? When should you do it? There's the free, and we all should do that. We all should suck in content and learn. But I find there's two things, and I may have said it already, but I'd like to know what you think, Deanna. And then again, thank you for the Instagram audience here. Love it, love it, love it. Good. I love that Natalie says the trends are always changing, and being with powerful innovators is a game changer. Absolutely, Natalie. Thanks for being here. Natalie, the amazing Natalie Gregg. But I think when to purchase it is that definitely do the free. Money is a real thing. You may be literally just starting out. But as my friend Lamar Tyler says, and I've invested into him, what does it cost you to also not do it? So I'm going to throw a few things here. Yes, from Lamar Tyler. Two, there's mindset. If you're starting your business and you know it's going to grow and God's blessed you to have a bit of money, a credit card or whatever wise, I'm not going to go there, but I think it could be worth it. You may want to hire a Deanna, people who hire me for things. My point is, everybody knows their own budget, their own mindset, but I'm telling you, I've invested in things and money I didn't have.
Amen.
That's right. And you've done it. And I'm glad I did. Amen. So don't just, the problem is also, I don't want people, Deanna, to wait, something like CRM. I'm going to wait until I become $1 million company. No, you need to follow up and have systems now. Deanna,
you'll never become $1 million company with that mindset. Right. So you'll never get to any of your goals with that mindset. And there is a level of what I like to call faith. A lot of times there's something that you need to invest in that you don't already have the money for. And we see that a lot with people. So, you're kind of hitting that S curve in business. Things have gone really, really well. You're growing. And then all of a sudden you just plummet. And that happens because you don't have the people on board. You don't have the people to sustain your business. And so investing in people oftentimes ends up being a really, really hard decision for small business owners, because almost all of the time the money's not there. But when you hire that person, the money will be there. Do you mind if I tell just a quick story really quick about last year when I hired this gal out of a traumatic situation that I went through? I had a car accident in January and I just wanted to close my business. So that's long story short there. You can go to my podcast and find that episode in September if you'd like. So I needed to overcome this trauma. It was like close my business or get out, one of the two. And I decided to hire Mary. And I was going to sacrifice part of my own paycheck to hire Mary, because I thought I just have to buy sanity right now, right? And I bought sanity and had $20,000 in sales in 10 days, within 10 days of her starting, okay? So that's just one instance, okay? We've got other people on our team. We've made other decisions like that in the past. That's just one example. But I'm going to tell you, the investment that you almost always need to make, the money is probably not already there. So you do need to be able to think strategically through that as well. So I'll give you a bit of advice for well, how do I know? How do I know this money is going to bring me an ROI? If you cannot determine how you will 10x this investment, if you can't find what steps am I going to take? How am I going to invest in this? If I hire Deanna or if I hire Ramon as a coach, how am I going to 10x this investment? What am I going to get back out of it? And again, you got to do the hard work. There's all those things behind it too. But if you cannot figure out how to 10x this investment, you need to take a step back and get some wisdom and insights from a professional that's gone before you.
I love it. This is just like church, Deanna. Like everybody's quiet. The pastor says, who wants the testimony? Finally, when you can see him getting up to say, okay, we're going to move forward. I got a testimony in 20 people, but I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank you, Natalie Gregg. What is it costing you to not do it? Faith and entrepreneurship is critical. Love it, Natalie Gregg. 2 is Sweeney joined in. Listen, everybody, this is Ramon Ray with Deanna Cotton of Jumpstart Business Builders. Got it. Jumpstart Business Builders, jumpstartbb.com. I'm going to play some out. You know what? I'm just going to close it down right now. Put the outgoing. Deanna Cotton, thanks for being here. I hope y'all go to jumpstartbb.com. Download the things that Deanna has for you right now. Get on her email list. I'm on her email list. Deanna, I appreciate you. God bless. Thanks for joining me. We're going to do an outro video, and I'll talk to you, I'm sure, very soon.
We're going to see you again, Ramon. Thank you so much.
Indeed. Bye-bye. At Zone of Genius. Yes, my name is Ramon Ray. Thanks for being here. Be blessed and have a fantastic day.